Rounds 15 and 16 of the Renault UK Clio Cup at Silverstone proved to be another headline-filled weekend of racing. Saturday's race was held in monsoon-like conditions. Team Pyro's Lucas Orrick converting his first ever Clio Cup pole into second place after being passed by Westbourne's James Dorlin, who took his second win of the season. Championship leader Mike Bushell, Team Pyro, was fifth, with nearest challenger WDE Motorsports Lee Pattison eighth, meaning Bushell only needed a top 9 finish in race 2 to take the title. Sunday's race was held in much brighter conditions, with Bushell starting from pole for the 10th time this season and converting that into the lead from WDE's Paul Rivett, who started from third on the grid in his 200th Clio Cup start. Bushell's lead was just over a second at the end of the opening lap, but Rivett was soon chipping away, with a train of cars behind him making an 8-car lead battle at 1 point. On lap 7, Rivett made the deciding move around the outside of the left-hander, Brooklands corner, to squeeze into the lead. The huge crowd at Silverstone had to have eyes everywhere though, as Sicily Motorsports' Max Coates produced a stunning performance, rising from 13th on the grid into 4th place at the finish. The front group, with Rivett at the head, raced perfectly lap after lap, and it was a storybook ending, with the triple champion winning on his 200th start and Bushell securing his second Renault Clio title just 0.3 of a second behind. Behind the two experienced Clio stars were perhaps the first of those representing the future greats of the class. Down Rowbottom, DRM, finishing third from Coates, with Dorlin fifth ahead of Pyro's Jack McCarthy and Lucas Orrick. Sicily Motorsports' Jade Edwards and MRM Racing's Brett Lindsay both recording career bests of 8th and 9th respectively, whilst 16-year-old Bradley Burns set a new Clio Cup lap record in only his second event. Whilst Bushell is outright champion, the battle for the team's championship between Team Pyro and WDE Motorsport rages on to Brands Hatch. The same goes for the Graduates Cup for younger drivers, with Dorlin, who took 2 Maxima at Silverstone, having half the gap to Team Pyro's leader, Nathan Harrison, to just 14 points, with a possible 64 up for grabs at Brands Hatch.
100%, I knew Paul was coming past. I set the car up for lap 1 and 2, and I made the break, but unfortunately, as soon as you're within 10 car lengths of the car in front, you just get the dirty air, and 1 kilometre an hour down the straight, that's a 10th of a lap. So as soon as Paul got close, I knew exactly where he was going to do it. I knew exactly what paint was coming off my door. And at that point, I thought, I'm just going to sit here. Midway through the race, I gave him a little tap up the back and give him a wave, going up the Wellington straight. But ultimately, I was happy to settle for second.
So many people said, oh, you've got to win, it's your 200th race. And I'm like, well, yeah, but it's just another race. And we haven't won one yet this year. So, you know, who knows how it's going to go. But it's been on the cards all weekend long. And that's a dream come true. You know, if I could pick any race that was going to win this year, it would be this one, 200th race.
Twice winner of a, single make national manufacturer back championship, equal equipment. It's all about just being the best. So that's going to sit with me forever, really. That's a lifetime achievement.